18 years of cinematic history have led us to this singular moment of absolute destruction. From the clinking of a hammer in a desert cave to the collapse of the entire multiverse. Welcome to Hollywood Talks, where today we are breaking down the monumental journey of the Marvel Cinematic Universe from 2008 to 2026. This is the ultimate tribute to the end of an era. Before we dive into the theories that will change everything you know about Avengers, Doomsday, make sure to like this video. Share it with every Marvel fan you know and subscribe now. The journey began with a man in a suit of iron and it is ending with a man in a mask of steel. Robert Downey Jr. is back, but not as the hero. We are witnessing the death of the sacred timeline as we know it. The Multiverse Saga is reaching its boiling point, and the stakes have never been higher for our favorite heroes. In 2008, Kevin Feige took a massive gamble on a character most of the general public didn't know. Iron Man wasn't just a movie, it was the foundation of a global empire. Tony Stark's I Am Iron Man changed the landscape of cinema forever. It told the world that secret identities were a thing of the past and that heroes were truly among us. Then came the Incredible Hulk, Thor, and Captain America. These individual pillars were carefully placed to support the weight of what was coming in 2012. The Avengers changed everything. Seeing the big three standing together in New York was a dream come true for comic book fans. It proved that a shared universe was not only possible, but incredibly profitable and engaging. Phase 2 expanded the cosmos with the Guardians of the Galaxy and explored the consequences of heroism in Iron Man 3. We saw the cracks beginning to form in the Avengers unity. Age of Ultron introduced us to the concept of a world that didn't want to be saved. It gave us Vision and Wanda, two characters who would eventually become central to the multiverse. Then Phase 3 arrived, and with it, the peak of cinematic storytelling. Civil War tore the team apart, proving that the greatest threat to the Avengers was often their own egos. Black Panther and Captain Marvel brought new perspectives and massive power scales to the table. But all roads were leading to the Mad Titan, Thanos, and his quest for the stones. Infinity War was a cultural reset. Watching our heroes lose on such a massive scale was a traumatic experience for audiences worldwide. The snap felt like a real-life tragedy. Endgame provided the closure we needed, but it also left a void that has been hard to fill. The sacrifice of Tony Stark and Natasha Romanoff marked the first end of an era. But as we moved into Phase 4, the multiverse began to crack open. WandaVision, Loki, and Spider-Man No Way Home showed us that death isn't always the end in Marvel. We saw 3 generations of Spider-Men sharing the screen, a moment that seemed impossible just years prior. It was a love letter to the history of Marvel cinema across all studios. The introduction of the multiverse brought infinite possibilities, but also infinite danger. We learned about incursions, the literal colliding of universes, which is the driving force behind our current 2026 crisis. Phase 5 was a period of transition and experimentation. We met the Council of Kangs, but behind the scenes, the narrative was shifting towards something much darker and more personal. Now, in early 2026, we stand on the precipice of Avengers, Doomsday. The trailers have confirmed the unthinkable. Victor Von Doom has arrived, and he wears a very familiar face. Robert Downey Jr.'s return as Dr. Doom is the ultimate meta commentary on the MCU. The man who started the era is the one who is destined to end it completely. The latest teaser from January 6th gave us chills. Seeing Patrick Stewart as Professor X sitting across from Ian McKellen's Magneto confirms the X-Men are finally home in the MCU. But this isn't the happy reunion we expected. Xavier's monologue about the end of all things suggests that the X-Men's universe is the first to fall to Doom's Iron Fist. The theory we are tracking at Hollywood Talks suggests that our DJ's Doom is not a Tony Stark variant, but a dark reflection of what Tony could have become. Imagine a universe where Tony Stark didn't find redemption in that cave, but instead found a mastery of both science and sorcery. A man who decided to rule rather than serve. Doom's motivation in the 2026 film seems to be the stabilization of the multiverse at any cost. He isn't just a villain, he is a survivor who views himself as a god. We've seen clues that Doom is targeting anchor beings. These are individuals whose existence holds their entire reality together. If the anchor being dies, the universe eventually withers away. The death of Logan in his universe started a countdown. Doom is reportedly collecting these beings, or their successors, to fuel his new world, a planet built from the scraps of others. This brings us to Battleworld. In the comics, Secret Wars concludes with Doom ruling over a patchwork planet. We believe Avengers. Doomsday will end with the total destruction of 616. This is why the title End of an Era is so fitting. Every movie from 2008 to now has been building toward a reset that will allow Marvel to start fresh. The inclusion of the Fantastic Four is pivotal. They are the only ones who truly understand the threat of Doom. Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom are two sides of the same coin. One uses intelligence to uplift humanity, while the other uses it to dominate. Their rivalry will be the emotional core of the upcoming films, stretching across the entire multiverse. The 2026 tribute isn't just about looking back at the past, it's about preparing for a future where the rules of the MCU are rewritten. No character is safe anymore. Rumors suggest that Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans, will return to face Doom. This would be a poetic reversal of their dynamic from the Infinity Saga. Imagine the heartbreak of Steve Rogers looking into the eyes of a man who looks like his best friend, only to find a cold, calculated monster staring back at him. The theory of the sacred timeline being a lie has been circulating since Loki Season 1. We now believe Doom has been the one pulling the strings from the shadows. He didn't just appear out of nowhere. Doom has likely been observing the Avengers' failures, waiting for the perfect moment to step in and save the multiverse by enslaving it. The trailers have shown us a glimpse of a desolate New York, where the Avengers' tower is replaced by a looming fortress of steel. This is Doom's vision for Earth. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, releasing earlier this year, hinted at Peter Parker feeling the weight of a world that is slowly unraveling. He is one of the last true heroes left. Tom Holland's Peter Parker might be the key to defeating Doom. As a hero who has lost everything, he understands the value of a single life in a sea of infinite versions. The tribute to 2008 to 2026 reminds us of the themes of family, sacrifice, and hope. These are the things Doom lacks, and they will ultimately be his undoing in Secret Wars. But before we get to the victory, we must endure the doomsday. The 2026 film is expected to be the darkest entry in the franchise, surpassing even the ending of Infinity War. The sheer scale of the production is unprecedented. With the Russos back in the director's chairs, we can expect a masterclass in balancing dozens of characters in a single narrative. From the street-level heroes like Daredevil to the cosmic entities like Eternity, everyone has a role to play in the upcoming war. This is the ultimate crossover event. We are also seeing the return of the original Avengers in some capacity. Whether through time travel or multiversal variants, their presence is a bridge to the fans who started in 2008. The emotional weight of seeing the 2012 team stand together one last time against Doom will be the highlight of the decade. It is a full-circle moment for Hollywood. But let's talk about the Secret Wars theory. If Doomsday ends with the creation of Battleworld, then the 2027 sequel will be about the revolution against God Emperor Doom. This allows Marvel to bring back anyone. We could see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine fighting alongside Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in a way that feels earned and narratively significant. The 2008 to 2026 era has taught us that anything is possible if the story is right. We've seen talking raccoons, sentient trees, and gods of thunder become household names. As we look toward the December release of Avengers, Doomsday, the hype is reaching a fever pitch. This isn't just a movie release, it's a global cultural event for all. The legacy of the MCU is built on the passion of the fans. You are the reason these stories continue to be told and why the stakes feel so incredibly personal. If you've been on this journey since the beginning, you know how much this means. Every post-credits scene and every Easter egg has been a brick in this massive house. Now that house is being set on fire by Doctor Doom. And we wouldn't have it any other way. The drama is what keeps us coming back for more. The breakdown of the latest footage suggests that the Fantastic Four's ship is the one that brings Doom into the main MCU timeline. It's an accidental invasion with deadly consequences. Reed Richards' guilt over bringing this monster to a new world will drive his character arc. He must team up with the Avengers to fix a mistake of cosmic proportions. The theories regarding the anchor beings also suggest that Peter Parker might be the anchor for 616. This puts a massive target on his back for Victor Von Doom. If Doom can control the anchor being, he can control the reality. He wants to be the architect of the new universe, deciding who lives and who is erased forever. This is a battle for the soul of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a fight between the freedom of the multiverse and the forced order of a single dictator. As we conclude this 2008 to 2026 tribute, we have to acknowledge the incredible work of the cast and crew. They have created a modern mythology that will last for generations. The MCU has survived through ups and downs, but it has always remained at the center of the conversation. It is the gold standard for shared universe storytelling in Hollywood. Make sure you are subscribed to Hollywood Talks because we will be covering every single leak and trailer for Avengers Doomsday as we get closer to the premiere. Share this video to let everyone know that the end of an era is finally here. We want to hear your theories in the comments section below this video. Do you think our DJ's Doom is actually Tony Stark from another world? Or is he a completely original character who just happens to share the same iconic face and voice? The mystery is half the fun. We are all theorizing together as we wait for the final curtain to fall on this chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2026. Remember to like this video if you've enjoyed this deep dive into 18 years of Marvel history. Your support helps Hollywood Talks bring you more high-quality content like this. The countdown to Doomsday has officially begun. The stars are aligning, the universes are colliding, and the man in the Iron Mask is ready to take his throne at last. From the first spark of Iron Man to the final collapse in Secret Wars, it has been the ride of a lifetime. Thank you for being a part of it. We will see you in the next breakdown. Keep theorizing, keep watching, and stay tuned to Hollywood Talks for the latest updates on the end of the Marvel era. The multiverse is vast, but our time in this current timeline is running out. Make every moment count before the world changes forever in the winter of 2026. It's been a long road from 2008, but the destination is finally in sight. And though it may be the end of an era, the legends will live on forever. Everything we've loved, everything we've lost, and everything we've fought for comes down to this. Avengers, Doomsday is the beginning of the end for the sacred timeline we know. The legacy of Tony Stark, the honor of Steve Rogers, and the power of the Avengers will be tested like never before. This is the ultimate cinematic tribute to greatness. Prepare yourselves for the destruction. Prepare yourselves for the rebirth. And most importantly, prepare yourselves for the reign of Doctor Doom in the year 2026 and beyond. Thank you for watching Hollywood Talks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic movie breakdowns and theories that explore the heart of your favorite cinematic universes. The era of the Avengers may be ending, but the story of Marvel is just getting started. We will be here to cover every second of the transition to come. Stay legendary, Marvel fans. We will see you at the theater when the world finally ends and the new one begins under the shadow of the Man in Steel. The journey of 18 years is about to conclude in a way no one could have predicted. The end of an era is truly here, and it is glorious.